Hello everyone, this is Richard Gerhardt and welcome to Body of Energy. So, this is my second session for today. I've had a really good response from people about desiring to have their own personal experience with these tools. And of course, when it's personal, it's definitely much easier to understand the impact of the tool than it is to watch a session about somebody else, but still, it's all about sharing and learning at this point. So I have sent a message to this person who is the second session. They know that they are the second session. And so the beauty of this, once again, is that they know who they are, and everybody else that's watching live can participate and learn from this demonstration. So, as I was saying before, I choose the tool by using this energy tool. So this is 9 toothpicks. I've got 3 colors, 3 of each color. Each color represents one of the tools I'm going to use. So I've decided that this tool is yellow. So when I draw a stick to find out which tool I should use for this person, I get that stick, and that's the tool I use. And so I like that because it separates me from the answer. I'm directing the tool, but I'm not influencing the answer. And so that's the beauty of that whole process. So for this person, it's about the tarot tool. Okay? So this tool can be used with any tarot deck that has the 4 basic suits plus the major arcana and numbers. So this tool can be used like that. Of course, it has been specially designed and made to be used with the expanded tarot deck and the expanded tarot tile set. So today, for this person, I will be using the tile set. That was the answer that I got, so that's what I'm going to do. So, like cards, I just shuffle them up. Of course, it's a little bit noisy on a video, but that's okay. So then I just pull them out. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about what they are. And with tiles, I put them face down so that I'm not influencing whether they're upright or reversed. And so that's how that works. And so tiles are great. People love them. They're great if you don't like shuffling cards, for sure. And so that's how that goes. So I'm going to use my worksheet that's designed for this tarot tool. And I'm going to write down everything right now so that I can remember it, of course. As I start turning things around, I can remember whether it was upright or reversed, and so forth. So as soon as I get that all written down, then we'll begin. So, this tool is designed the exact same way as the element tool. Because when you really consider what tarot decks are about, they're about the 4 elements, or 5 elements, or 6 elements, which is what we have in our expanded tarot deck, and the meaning of the numbers. That's why these decks and these tile sets don't have pictures, because the focus of this tool is about the meaning of the numbers in combination with the element, or the suit in this case with tarot tools. Okay? And so at each point, a person can understand then that this point has 2 answers, 2 witnesses, so to speak. It's following that same principle that 2 or 3 things or 2 or 3 witnesses establish truth. So at each point on this tool, there are two symbols, two meanings that come together to make the answer at each point sure. Okay? And when it comes to the case of an element, that element represents the six things that all elements represent. And so that's how that works. Alrighty, we will begin. So on the first level, it's about the meaning of the tile and its position. So the suit of wands is about the element of fire, which is about the mind and the principle of wisdom. It's about choosing right or choosing wrong, a wise choice or an unwise choice. And so the focal point, the energy of this point, what's going on in the mind, is about the page of pentacles. Okay? It's about having the right message, the right song, the right set of instructions for the body to respond to. Okay? So everything responds to the understanding we have in our heart. So if you look at this pathway, first it's about discerning the truth, and then understanding the truth. And when that happens, the body responds to the truth and its correct understanding. Okay? Because the body is the reflection of everything that's going on in us. Every other part reflects out through the body. That's why we pick up what's going on with people, whether they're happy, sad, telling the truth, telling a lie, whatever it may be. Okay? Same with the emotions. When they're responding to truth and understanding, they're correct. When they're responding to misunderstanding and lies, they become a block to the true pathway in life, which is about truth, understanding, and wisdom. That's the correct pathway for everybody. And so that's another analogy and an illustration that lives within this tool. Okay? So this is about having the right set of instructions for the body so that it can prosper. Okay? And so when the body's prospering, then the life can receive the right song, message, and set of instructions. Okay? And that's what's going on in the mind. It becomes the balance point. This tile represents this point right here on the tool. Okay? The page of pentacles. So, now we have the suit of pentacles. It represents the element of earth, and it represents the body and the principle of prosperity. Okay? And so on this point, it's about the Knight of Wands, which is this point right here on the tool. The Knight of Wands. So the Knight is about putting things into action. It's about executing the plan, so to speak. Okay? So this is about putting into action the mind, or putting into action a right choice. Because when the mind acts in wisdom, acts in a right choice or on a right choice, it puts their life into action. That's what's going on in the body. It's about the body's responding to the mind needing to put into action a right choice. That's what's going on. Okay, that becomes the balance point. So this is the suit of swords. Okay? It represents the element of air, which represents the spirit and the principle of truth. Okay? So this is the 20 of the major arcana card. Okay? So it would be on some decks the Day of Judgment, but the focus is about the number 20 and the element of light. Okay? So that point on the tool is right here in the middle. Okay? 19 through 27 belong to the middle. It's the third set of 9. Okay? So what is this about? What's going on in the spirit? It's about the number 2, because a 20 is a 2. It's about being whole, coming together with an understanding of eternal truth, eternal principles, eternal laws, things that govern all things. Okay? And that understanding happens in the heart, which this element represents. So what's going on in the spirit? It's about having a whole understanding of eternal things, because it's the third set of 9. Okay? That's what's going on in the spirit for this person. So what's going on in the suit of cups, which represents the element of water, which represents the emotions and the principle of peace. And this is about the number 6 and the element of life. The element of life, okay, is the suit of wheels. It's represented by this outside circle, which is this symbol, and you can see the spokes and the hub of that wheel. So it's about the suit of wheels, which is about the element of life. So what's going on in the emotions? It's about the number 6, being correct and complete, having all the right pieces in all the right places in their life, in the soul, in understanding in the soul. Okay? That's what's going on and affecting the emotions at this time. And that becomes the balance point. Alright? So here is the suit of the major arcana. Okay? It also represents the element of light. Okay? And that's what the major arcana suit does. It sheds light. And where does that happen? In the heart. And it's understood in the heart. Okay? So what is the central, the heart of the entire matter of this reading for this person, this energy work for this person? It's about the number 5 and about the suit of pentacles, which is about the body. It's about the ability to prosper. So it is about the example that I shared earlier. The number 5 is about being centered, or in other words, connected to the voice of truth, which, when you look at this pathway between truth, understanding, and wisdom, it's about the number 5. And when you look at the pathway between peace and understanding and prosperity, it's about the number 5. That is the pathway. If you're in the middle of that pathway, you're on the number 5. And the central meaning of what's going on for this person is about being centered, connected to the voice of truth, so that they can prosper in their body. Because when the body's prospering, it allows them to be centered in their life. Okay? And that has to do with having truth and understanding. That is the voice of truth. It gives truth and understanding, which allows the body and their ability to prosper to respond to those things, not to something that isn't true, not to some misunderstanding. And so that's the central point of what's going on for this person. So between the suit of wands and the suit of pentacles, between the mind and the body, between wisdom and prosperity, is the one of wands, okay, which is right here, the one of wands. It is about being aligned with the right pathway in the mind, being aligned with the right pathway in the choices that are made, okay, because when the right choices are made, it aligns the person with the right pathway in life. What's going on between the suit of wands and the suit of cups has to do with the connection point between swords and cups, right here, this point. So what's going on between the mind and emotions has to do with the right connection between the spirit and the emotions. This right connection here is having an impact upon this right connection here. And that's what's going on there. Between the suit of swords and the suit of pentacles, which is about the spirit and the body, between truth and prosperity, has to do with the element of the heart, right here, the heart of the matter. That's the connection point between truth and prosperity, the heart of the matter, which is about being centered in the body. The element is about purple. How do you see your heart? Discern it. It's about light. Light sheds discernment. It dispels darkness. It's what gives understanding in the heart in the first place. And it's also about the number 0, which is about enjoyment and satisfaction. So that's what's going on there. And between the suit of swords and the suit of cups, between the spirit and the emotions, between truth and peace, is the number 27, which is right here in the middle. The number 27 is a 9 in the third set. 9 has to do with fulfillment and contentment in an understanding of eternal truth. Okay? And that understanding takes place in the heart. That's what's going on between these 2 points. And so that's the first way to look at all of this. So now the sum total of all the numbers has to do with the 1. This is actually a 9. That is no number. This is a 7. Each one of these action symbols on the outside edge are connected to those numbers that they're over. And so that's how that is looked at. That connects the dots, so to speak. This is how the combinations in reading these points is made. And actually, I looked at this wrong. This is a 22, which is still in the middle. But the focus of this number is about the number 4. It's about having a foundation for an understanding of eternal things. So this is about being whole in that understanding. This is about having understanding in the heart. Okay, and this is about having a foundation of that understanding, all connected to eternal law, eternal principles. And so that is actually the number 4. I first thought it was a 27, but hey, that's how it goes. And so now I just add up the total of all these, and the total is a 7. So the energy of this, for this person, is about the past, and very specifically, this point. It's about being aligned with the right pathway in the mind. Okay? So the energy is about the past, and very specifically about being aligned in the right pathway in the mind. Okay? So far as upright and reverse go, the energy is about bringing in more. So here's the analogy. If you have too much going out and not enough coming in, it makes you depleted. It makes you drained. And so the change, the shift in the energy was about bringing in the right amount of energy to equal what is going out. And very specifically, it is about this point, and this point, and this point, and this point, and this point. All of these were reversed. It's about bringing in all of that energy to equal the demand that's going out. And so that's what's going on with this person at this time. So then the most important number, doesn't always happen, but all of the numbers for this person are important. So just looking at all of this, just numerically, if I had said nothing else, this is about being aligned with the right pathway in life, with being whole in their life, with having a solid foundation in their life, with being centered in their life, with their ability to triumph in their life, and to be correct and complete in their life. So that in the end, they have fulfillment and contentment. All of that is going on right now for this person. So now the most important elements, or in other words, the most important suits. I'm going to take a look at that and see what is the most important suit for this person. So, it is about the suit of the major arcana. That's the most important suit, which is about the element of light. Okay? So on another level, when it comes to that level, it's about what was the most important suit. Here it is, right here in the middle. And it relates to that tile. So the most important element is about the color purple. How do you see your heart? It's about the element of light, which is about discernment. It's about understanding in the heart. And it's about enjoyment and satisfaction. That's what that element is about, those 6 things. And it relates directly to being centered in the body responding to the voice of truth. That is the heart of the matter once again on a different level. Okay? So that is the most important element. So as all of those points come together, the number 7, the energy of the past, the element of light, the positive and negative, the energy flowing in or flowing out, so to speak, all comes together and makes a new point, the 7 of the major arcana suit, which is right here on the tool. This is the 7 of the major arcana. Okay? That's what this would be. This would be the chariot in some decks. Okay? So, that is about triumph, the number 7, and the principle of understood, or understanding in the heart. So it's about triumphing in the understanding of the heart. That's what this is about, triumphing in that. Okay, and that point affects the suit of swords, which is about the spirit. That's what's going on internally for this person that nobody else necessarily sees. Those 2 points are internal points. And so now I line all these up where they go on the tool, and this is what people pick up on externally. And this is exactly what this person should be putting out externally. So, the most important quadrant, there's 2 here, there's 2 here, there's 1 here and 1 here. That's a cusp, okay? It applies to both sides. And this in the middle, it's about the heart, okay? The most important quadrant, okay, the most important section, really, is about the heart. And so that becomes the balancing point. And so that's what the person needs to put out in their life, what's going on in the heart, which is about being correct and complete in their life, in their soul. It's about having a whole understanding of eternal truth. It's about having a foundation for that understanding. And it's about the heart. It's about the element of light. It's about all those things that relate to that. Purple, how you see your heart. It's about understanding that takes place in the heart. It's about enjoyment and satisfaction. And so then this is the most important pathway also, because when you look at all the other pathways right now, there's 2 here, there's 2 here, there's 1 here, there's 1 here, but there's 4 right here on this pathway. And so the pathway is about the same thing as the section that's the most important for this person. And that's how it lays out. That's what this is all about. And so that's how this tool is read on these multiple levels. And the beauty of all of that has to do with the fact that there's no conflict in this tool. And so that's why it can read at all of those levels and pick up on all of that. And more than just saying what this is about, it makes a change. That energy is going through that part for that person at this moment, and it makes a change for them. What's the change? What does it allow them to do? This tool is designed to read the energy of now and make a change now so that they can take the next step forward in their life, whatever it may be. And that's how this tool works. And that's what energy work is all about. So, I appreciate that. Appreciate you joining me. And like I said, I also record this on video so that the person can then watch it on